Max, one of my co-hosts, Mike Johnson, he is extraordinarily bullish on data lakes, mostly because how people collect data is a little different and it gets extraordinarily confusing. And the desire for standardization greatly saves a lot of time, effort, and aggravation and time integrating. LimaCharlie, your company plays in this space, but not in exactly the way that AWS is offering up the data lakes. Explain.
Look, is AWS a virtual machine company?
No.
No, it's not. But they do a lot of virtual machines, right?
Yes.
So what they've done is they've really said, we want to solve 90% of your virtual machine problems so that you can focus and do that extremely easily. And they do this across many different types of products. We are aiming to do the same kind of thing. There's a lot of great data lake companies. They're a data lake company, so they want more data, and that's kind of, they want things to be optimized just around them. But what we want to do is we say, look, there's a 90% of use cases in this that does not require, always hot data in a first class company built around a data lake, really top notch. Do you need everything at all times to go in there?
You don't. You just don't want to waste your time integrating this differently labeled data.
You need to have the vendors out of the way for that normalization. You need a cloud provider type of access that allows you to just go and do the thing that you need. So you need those generic components and features and ways of doing things. We have the easiest path for you to get to the point where all of your data is somewhere retained for a year. You can search through it. You can go and visualize it. You can slice and dice it, normalize it. You can alert based on it. All this is table stakes. It's the easy stuff.
For your customers who were having frustrating experiences, what has been that eye-opening moment for them? Like, oh, before I used LimaCharlie, I couldn't do this. Now I can do this that I didn't even think was possible.
In the cloud provider land, right, you get a lot of different answers because different things matter to different people.
Right.
So we work with an MSSP that came onto LimaCharlie, started using the EDR. But they also had a big data lake. They realized that they're able to now not send everything in their data lake. They chose to only send alerts in there. And because we're built purely, entirely with open APIs, they were able to tell, their analysts click a button to bring data at will into their data lake. Their bills right there dropped by, I think it's something like 60%.
That's some immediate ROI, I would assume.
And they're dealing with a lot of different customers. So they said, well, we have a bunch of customers. They have Carbon Black, they have Defender. Well, they just plug that into LimaCharlie. So now they were able to engineer all of their detections around the EDR, regardless of what the EDR was. Once you start thinking differently about your security infrastructure and you kind of make that jump into, I need a cloud provider for my SecOps, that's when all of these amazing things start coming out.
And if you want to see things done differently in your environment, well, you'll have to take a step and take a look at LimaCharlie. Go check them out at limacharlie.io. There's the web address. No excuse not to remember it because it's right there.